Okay, today we're trying something new. We're playing Kind Words. We're not really playing at all. This is a game where you can ask for advice and give other people advice. I'll make sure to blur out any private information that there might be. During these times of social isolation, it might be good to know that we're all struggling with something and living through something. So let's give it a go. Okay. Children's games frighten me at times, like Hot Potato. I think the only one I'm okay with is Cat's Cradle. And then someone brought up playing on the merry-go-round recently, and I just wanted to die inside. Ugh. I'm not really sure what Cat's Cradle is, but I don't really know how to respond to this one, so let's skip this one for now. There's a girl that I think she is beautiful AF. I would only see her at high school. We didn't talk that much, but I want to see her and I don't know why. Should I tell her if she wants to hang out with me someday? The thing is, I do believe that the classic advice of you lose all the shots you don't take is true. But you shouldn't push yourself to do that if that's too far out of your comfort zone, right? Maybe I should write just that.
A few moments later.
Dear Jay, even though I usually give the classic advice of you miss 100% of the shots you don't take, it is important to know where the end of your comfort zone is. If you could see yourself gathering the courage to ask her, go for it. If not, remember that emotions like love are also okay to experience without acting on it. All the best. W. And I used all my lines. Thank you for taking the time to think about a stranger. I'll rush it right over. This is a heavy one. Dreaming about having the best friend, but never had the opportunity to find one. Well, the only thing I can do is speak from my own experience. The concept of having one best friend is also kind of weird. Because you can consider someone your best friend and they might consider someone else their best friend, and that is okay. As long as the friendship is beneficial, you both get something out of it. Slapping labels on it is not going to help anyone. I would say I have, let's say, 3 best friends. Like, for me, they are equally best friends. And they might have other best friends. And that's fine. But if no one has reached that status yet in your life, it's never too late. Because I wasn't a very popular kid in elementary school. That didn't come until I moved away. So I basically had a clean start for high school. And even then, I don't think I'm in constant contact with any of the people from high school. The close friends didn't come until after that. So some people have best friends from when they were toddlers, and some people make best friends way later on in life, and that's fine. Maybe you'll even value them more in the end, you know? Let's try to formulate that.
More moments later.
Hey Em, it also took me a long time to find real friends, unlike some others who happen to have made lasting friends when they were toddlers. My advice would be to not worry about the label best friend. I could give someone that label even though they might pick someone else, and vice versa. The important thing is that both sides benefit from the friendship. A friendship like that can emerge at any age. Alright, let's end it. I just feel very lonely in these times. They seem to have come to a halt. I don't know how to get myself up while dealing with a disability called cerebral palsy. Cerebral palsy for the entirety of my life. Man, this is a tough one. Yeah, this is not going to be a letter with advice. It's just going to have to be a letter about support.
1 hour later.
This is such a tricky one without knowing a person's skills. And to be honest, I've also been rather lucky. I could have been in the same situation. Okay, let's try to give some more shitty advice.
2 hours later.
Hey A, I am a similar age as you, and all that my career path has told me is that you should not worry about the path. Browse job offers firstly on aspects that would enrich your life. Find out if you want a job to scratch a social, creative, or even an exercise itch you have. Because when you eventually find it, you will be a natural at it. This in turn will hopefully open up more opportunities down the line. Hang in there, buddy. But yeah, getting that ball rolling, that first job after a gap in your resume, there's no easy solution for that. I began antidepressants 10 years ago and stopped 1 year ago. Now that I'm fully myself, for better or worse, I feel a deep regret of suppressing the real me. I miss the people that were in my life before I changed. Anyone else? I wish I had therapy instead. Yeah, I have some people in my life that were on medication and off medication, and in the end it was usually not a good idea. It's parents trying to control their kid that is different, but how hard it can be. People should be allowed to be different. Different is not wrong.
3 hours later.
Hey A, I'm happy to hear you have found yourself. Many people don't truly find themselves until very late in their life, regardless of medication. Hell, you're probably ahead of me in the game that is life. To answer your question, no, you are not alone. I've seen this happen once or twice, and in the long run you might realize the new people that have entered your life might be even better than the old one that I don't have space for. Again, my advice is subjective, but I guess that's the concept of advice. I don't really have good advice for this one because gamer friends come and go. You might game with them many times per week, but then if they move on to another game, you might not even have the money to keep playing the same games as them. This one I haven't figured out yet either. So let me know if you do. I felt so exhausted and sad for a while now. I'm trying my best just to carry on and keep myself busy with friends and hobbies, but none of the bad feelings go away. At best, time just seems to pass a bit quicker. Things are starting to feel hopeless. Well, guess I didn't fully realize what I was getting myself into. This seems to become a more and more common theme, and not just because of quarantine. Of course, that exaggerates everything. Like, I barely know what season it is, because I spend most of it isolated. But it's also our society that is changing, and previous generations were taught to push away their feelings, and luckily our generation or the younger generations are better at expressing that, being in touch with themselves. But that has this I don't know if it's a downside or if it's just life. It comes with ups and downs, and when you allow yourself to acknowledge the downs, hopefully at least your ups will be more noticeable too.
6 hours later.
Hey F, to a certain extent I feel what you're going through. The only admittedly naive thing I tell myself often is that it's at least good that we allow ourselves to feel these emotions. You're even brave enough to share them. Acknowledging these low moments will hopefully at least make you recognize when you're in a peak. Roller coasters are no fun without both ups and downs, you know? Wouldn't you agree? All the best. Alright, Mr. Deer. That's gonna do it for now. Oh, someone sent thanks for a letter I wrote. And I now have a blobfish sticker. Wow, that's more mentally exhausting than I had anticipated. But I hope it helps some people. Maybe one day I'm brave enough to ask some questions as well. Like, comment, and subscribe, and I might just send you a deck of Boss Battle Bunnies. It's not sponsored or anything, because I designed it myself, but yeah, catch you in the next one.